20 representatives from the beef, pork, corn, and soybean industries traveled to South Korea and Japan to get a first-hand look at how U.S. beef and pork are promoted in the region. The two countries were selected for the Heartland tour because of their significance for both pork and beef exports.
Looking at beef, the first and third largest markets in value last year. And if you look at pork, second and fifth largest markets for pork. So very important part of our portfolio, the markets of Japan and Korea. So a lot of checkoff dollars are being invested here, and it's great to have the producers along to see it for themselves.
That see-for-yourself aspect was a key part of the tour, as participants were able to pick up on key differences in what may seem like similar countries and how those differences drive product marketing.
Here in Japan, the thing that's really stuck out to me is that we can use the U.S. origin story to really differentiate ourselves from domestic pork, but also to really tell the story about how nutritious and high quality it is to increase consumption of pork in the nation and worldwide. Earlier in the week, we were in Korea. What we're really understanding there is how to make sure we package and merchandise pork for the consumer that's really developing there. Korea has a very low birth rate. They have a number of folks that are remaining as individuals, not marrying, not having families, and that's a really different kind of market to sell into. So single servings, small servings, and talking about quality that brings good flavor like marbling and that type of thing. Our color stands out in terms of a product, and it's really important to make sure we're telling that story.
I think in South Dakota, it's really important for us to know where our checkoff dollars are going. And so being able to see that firsthand, what the Japan team is doing on USMEF and our investment in USMEF is really important. Knowing that they're working for us as producers in the U.S. to continue to move our product, I think is really important. Seeing what the consumers want over here, right? The beef that we're producing, what does that consumer want? What does that look like? What are they interested in? I think that has been really instrumental, and I will be taking that back to South Dakota.
And while both Korea and Japan are leading markets for U.S. beef and pork, there is still room for growth.
South Korea, probably another 10-20% would be very easy to attain. And with the young consumer group that they have, that's going to continue to grow. Japan's the same way. They have one of the highest savings rates in the world. They've got money to spend on those higher end products, and I believe that can continue to grow as they acquire a taste for U.S. beef.
The Heartland Tour visited a processing plant in Korea, had a demo of home meal replacement kits, showed Japanese social media influencers how to grill U.S. beef and pork, toured production for one of the fastest-growing burger chains in the region, and visited multiple retail locations featuring U.S. product. Those tours brought to light the intense global competition for consumers' food spending.
I'm not used to seeing other countries proudly display their products. In our grocery stores back home, it's all U.S. beef. Well, here, we split the beef counter with Australia. That is a huge competitor when it comes to the protein industry here. So I feel like if organizations like USMEF isn't here fighting to promote our product, we could lose share. So I'm so glad that we have USMEF protecting and watching out for the U.S. cattlemen here in our overseas markets.
For more about the U.S. Meat Export Federation and our work in global markets like Korea and Japan, visit usmef.org.